Luckily, I didn't go. I woke up this morning to go at 5:30, but my friend had texted me, said he wasn't going to go, and it was thundering and lightning. And I said, well, let me tell you something. If my friend ain't going, I said, Tubby is going back to bed, especially with thundering and lightning. I went back to bed, but then I had to go back and meet my trainer. Hold on a second, at 11 o'clock today for my training thing. And unbelievable. Boy, that little old gal, she 98 pounds sopping wet. And she put old Big Daddy through the paces today. Man, do y'all, with all y'all's athletes, do y'all like beat up at the gym at 5 in the morning and all that kind of stuff? Matt, you hear me?
We do not.
Well, that's smart. Why am I doing it? You don't work out, man? Am I the only one here that does that? I mean, I don't want to, And
Not at 5 o'clock in the morning.
when do you go? Do you ever get to where you enjoy it? Does that ever come?
You do. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I ain't there yet, my friend. I am not there yet. I couldn't barely walk up these stairs. All right. Let's see what's happening in the markets today. If I can think. And I don't know about y'all, but everybody I meet in the gym, my thought is this: men, like, I think, how long would it take me to whoop them? And I'll go 45 minutes, hour and a half, 3 hours, 20 minutes. I'm always, I don't know if y'all size people up. And I was telling my trainer that I size up every man thinking, how long would it take me to beat him up? And she's like, are you serious? I'm like, oh, absolutely. And I'm like, y'all don't do that as women? Surely all men do that. Is it just me? Maybe it's because I'm highly competitive. But in there, I'm like, I can beat him up, take me 20 minutes. That one right there, take me an hour and a half, with him tied up, in chains, in. Oh, all right, so let's look at the market, Joe. Enough of that. Enough of the bull crap. If my mind will work here today. So look where price is having some issues. It's having some issues at the 200-day moving average on SPY. We're not at all surprised by that at all, are we? Just not surprised. So let's see what we're looking like over here in our chart. If I can get all this coming down. I can feel people coming on. And they play no music today. I feel so bad. I got all my darn account numbers showing. Hold on, y'all. Let me change all that. So text to or Theo Trade or whoever it is, get on to me. Thinkorswim. Oh, Lord. Okay. So let's go over here and go from manual to auto. Hopefully it'll pop it back into place. Yeah, here we go. So we're down almost 1% in the E-minis today, which we needed, right? Because remember, Bobby Genius back, I hate to keep saying it, but on this day right here, this is where Bobby Genius said, we're in a bear market, ladies and gentlemen. I had saw the death cross. That was enough for me. I had saw the this thing pointing down, and I said, friends, we are in a bear market. Prepare yourself. But what I should have realized is that, hey, Bob, even though we are in a bear market, what happens? We often see price pop the bottom and go back up to the top and then go back to the bottom. That's just how that's how these little things work, right? So it goes up and it goes down. So I believe it looks like we are now heading back downwards. Who knows? I have no idea. That's just my assumption. So let's go back for our little market route for the day. We're under a lot of stuff. I can get it to stay where it needs to stay. That's 2 minutes now. Hopefully this thing. Oh, and I was on the phone with Tasty Works yesterday. I mean, not Tasty Works. I just can't function today. I apologize. I messed up my day. I couldn't find my Adderall either. I looked all through my car. I don't know if my kids are taking it or what. I can't find my Adderall. So, and that's probably why I'm not able to focus. What was I saying? Oh, you remember they had that thing yesterday where they were saying pattern day trading, and I was getting all these emails from Thinkorswim. I called them up and I said, let me tell y'all something. I said, there's nothing in this account but futures. I said, crap on y'all. I said, I am sick and tired of y'all sending me these emails. I was in pissy mood yesterday. And he goes, Mr. Gaines, I understand that you're a little bit on the grumpy side. I said, yes, I am. He said, we're going to remove that. Everything's fine. They'll clear off today. So I'm sitting there thinking, we'll see if it does. But I think everything's fine now. Because I'm like, what are y'all doing? Y'all don't know what y'all are doing? I'm trading futures. I'm pattern day trading the futures. Unbelievable. All right, so we are at the bottom here of our opening 15-minute range. We're under the cash open. We're over the overnight low. So we're just over. Now, the cool thing is, look at our AD now is really weak, but of late, this thing is creeping back up. So we might see price creep back up into here if that continues. All right, let's go look at our big green monster, which tells us a lot. For those of you that are new, big green monster is where it's at. It's one of our big tools, one of our big tools. I'm trying to turn it into, what the heck is that? There we go. Yeah, here we go. So where are we? Well, this was fairly priced. This is overbought. This is oversold. This is fairly priced. Price is fairly priced, right? So if we look at this, we would anticipate the price would continue to, trudge up in here, but we always look at this little line right here. This is volume profile, and this is the point of control, and we're never surprised to see a pop back into that area, right? Where volume has really been very comfortable trading. And we often see these gaps where there wasn't a lot of volume fill, right? We like to see that as well. So we'll see if we can stay in the fair zone, or if we're going to pull back into this area. Now, I would assume that we're going to pull back into that area, even though this says fair value. Why? Because we look at our other chart again, we know that we're at the top of our downward channel, of our linear regression channel. So it wouldn't surprise us for maybe price to go here and then to pop back down again. Okay, so that's our E-minis. Now we can look at our screwdriver for the day. See what that thing looks like. Screwdriver. If I can just make it through our session today, I think I'm gonna be just fine. But I'm having a little bit of trouble. All right, so is that right? Is that looking at all of those there? So we want to go to the one that's 30 days. Mine wasn't working right yesterday for some reason. And I think it's because I got to close my thinkorswim to open it back up. Well, let's just do it. What else am I going to do? Yes, I will do this. Let's see if we get this thing to work. Let's go back in. Now hang with me. We'll see if we can get our screwdriver to work here so we can get a good little thing here. Yeah, my trainer today, she said, listen, Bobby, it's going to get easier. I said, well, I hope to God so. I said, because this is, it was murder today. I said, girl, I like our time together. Don't get me wrong. I said, but when that clock turns 12 o'clock, I am so happy to be out here. Because my heart was flipping and flattening. And I was pushing people across the gym and doing ropes and jumping on stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you cannot make Tubby do all this stuff. But it's like when you see like The Biggest Loser, right? You watch that TV show, you get all them fat people in there, and it's just unbelievable. All right, so here we go. Let's see now if we've got a good screwdriver ready. Screwdriver. Come on, baby. Come on, darling. It's embarrassing. It's probably one of those days that I need to just like open up and shut down my computer and open it back up. Let's try the screwdriver again. I know this is riveting information here. Right, so that's just not right. We don't have a 28, 29, 30 and all that expiration. So I'm not sure why it says that we do. Let's try if we go 32 days. Doesn't look right. 30 days. It's one of those things that I've got to just restart the thing. All right, enough time spent there. All right. Now, here's what we're going to do today, though. I'm kind of excited. So in one of my accounts, let's see, let me get one of them. We've got, and I was going to show you how to set up this spreadsheet. Now, if you know me, we got all kinds of different spreadsheets. So let's go to which account? This one here. This is an IRA. Let's get this one set up to go. All right. So I'm really excited because now I've got futures permissions in it. They gave me futures permission yesterday and I was so excited. And then I was like, crap, I tried to do a futures option in my IRA and it wouldn't let me do a futures option. And I got so upset and I called them and, then they fixed that. So now I should be able to trade options. And I did. I put in a 112 yesterday in this account. The other thing that I did yesterday is knowing that the market had done this, bunkety, 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 right? And then we did a doji. I said, you know what? It's good pot odds now. So if I wanted to do a tranche of the Black Swan hedge, it's a great time to at least buy the longs, right? So what I did is I bought 5 longs in SPX in this account, and I went out 100 days, and I bought that. And it seems like it was a great move, right, to do that. And let's look at it. So let's see where we did it. And I was hoping to get a really good down day so that we could put on my shorts to pay for my loans. So let's see. So yesterday, my shorts were trading for 690. Let's see what they're trading for today. Let's see, where's my positions at? And y'all, Ken is in the room. Ken's got me on every supplement known to man. I bet I spent $500 in supplements this month. That's probably an over exaggeration. But you know what? When I was in the Piggly Wiggly a while ago buying groceries, I was walking around and I go, I actually feel pretty darn good. And I've been sleeping like a baby. So Ken, whatever you have given me on your recommendation, I'm taking stuff, and apparently it's making really good stuff with my thing. So watch this, y'all. Yesterday, so I bought these for $680. Right now, yesterday I could have sold the 3 of these for $690. Now I could trade them for $740. How about that? Kim, are you gonna say something?
No, I'm just here minding my own business, listening to you.
Okay, and everybody continue to remember Ken and his eye issues. We hope that all gets resolved and everything gets better on that. So if I did that for 680, let's see what we did there. 5 times 680. Where's my darn calculator? And remember, I built y'all a calculator that does this. That's probably the best thing to do. But I wonder if my calculator, I did that in SPX. Let me see if I can get one over here that'll do that. TQQ and all kind of spreadsheets. And we're going to start you the old school spreadsheet that we had from a long time ago that I think I've got it set up for you. I'm going to share it in chat. I was supposed to yesterday. I think we're okay. So let's go over Sweet Bobbly Hedge break even. All right. So I think I had this set up that I could do it at SPX. Let's see. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. Huh. SPX. Let me do SPX. Yeah. There we go. SPX. Number 1 tranches. So I bought 5 for, what was it, 680. Let's go put that in. Price of my loans for 680. That looks terrible, doesn't it? So let's just empty that, or let's put $1 here. So price of my harvest, we normally harvest that at 20 cents. So I've already bought my long. So what price should I sell my shorts for so that I can make this 0? So if I have the mental acumen to do it now, and again, my apologies, y'all know that I'm just at sheer exhaustion. Let's see how we do this. We go to data. Go to what if analysis. Here we go. What if analysis, and we go to goal sync. So we want to set cell K2 to a value of 0 by changing which cell? Well, the one that we're going to do our shorts on, right? So D2. So that should tell me what I should sell my shorts for in order to fully finance my loans. Now, I hope everybody sees why I did that. If you've got 4 or 5 days up and the market's up, 1% a day, that's a great time to at least put on the longs. I even considered about putting on complete tranches, but I thought, God is my witness, we probably get a good down day coming. So let's see if this thing will work. Here we go. So it says if I wanted to do that, and I could sell those for about 11.58 to make that 0. So we're not there yet, right? Now, the problem is, will we get a down move sufficient to make that 11.58? Well, to do so, we got to see where the 11.58 would trade, and that's a 29.50. So we're talking about a 29.50. Well, we're talking about a 400-point move in the SPX. Where the market maker movement is 13 for the day. Let's see how many. Well, for this thing, it can move up to 497 points. So you got to get a pretty good movement, right, before I can sell 3 of these. But, you can hedge your bet too, right? So you could, maybe you could sell 1 of them today, and then you hope tomorrow, in other words, it's a better day to sell it today than it was yesterday. Does everybody understand why? So maybe since this is my first tranche, I don't get to sell them at 11.58. But, on a good down day, like we've got today, a down day of 1%, it's much better to sell them at 7.30 or 7.40 than the 6.80 or 6.90 that I could have sold them at yesterday. I hope everybody understands exactly what I'm sharing there, if I'm making any sense. All right. But here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you, close that up. We're going to set this little account up that we got here. And this is setting up a new thing for you guys. And this is a variation of our very old spreadsheet. If you just are saying, hey man, let's just run, some ES trades, some black swan hedges and all that kind of stuff. I don't think I've got black swan hedge in this one, but I can put it. Don't worry, we'll make it whatever you want to make it in. All right, so here we go. So here's what you do. You go to the day and you start your little thing off and you go 3, 23, 22. You're on the net lift tab, right? So then you're going to go, okay, let's see what our net lift is in this account. Let's see what I got in this. Hopefully we got some money left in. No, it's been a rough year. All right, here we go. So in this account, we've got, let's see which one is it. Here we go. We've got 101, 688.84. 101, 688.84. All right, so there we go. We got this much money in it. And if you're going to pretend that we're going to start today in this account, right? 101, 688.84. Beautiful. All right, so you got no profit, no loss, no anything. I should have done this yesterday. So that's how you set it up. All right, so then we've got it to where, if you want to do your ES trades or your micro trades, you can do those. Let's put in the trade that we did yesterday. So this one, I'm going to delete all this garbage here. Strikes, put, strategy, this, enter all that, so that we can put in a brand new little spreadsheet for this particular strategy. And I took out a lot of the stuff on the spreadsheet because I had just, I remember we kind of got rid of it because it just took so dang long to load. I got sick of it. So let's put in our first one. So yesterday I put a trade in the MES. How many tranches did I do? I did 1. What's the name of it? Now here's where the groups come in really, really cool. Right? So what we did is we said make it groups, and this should be 112 first. But let's double check. Just makes it easier. Do you want to move? No, I don't. Yeah, I think I'm probably rambling as much as Dan Sheraton today. Oh my God. Dan has a chance to ramble a little bit. And I am today. It's just, I'm admitting I got some issues today. I am wore out. All right, so here we go. So I've got the BSH1 long only, right? Got a nice little hedge there, and then we've got a 1, 1, 2 first. So let's put that one on there. We've got a 1, 1, 2 first. 1, 1, 2. Just exactly like we had it in there. All right. Then I normally go, hey, what are the strikes? Now, do you have to put the strikes in there? No, unless it's kind of cool to go back and look at how the strikes have changed with your strategy, you know, as markets move up and markets move down. So I kind of like putting them in there. You don't have to, it takes a little extra time. So our strikes on that are the 42.90, 42.40. So 42.90, 42.40. I just got 42.90, 42.40. And then we go the 30, what was it? 30, 35.40. 35.40. Now watch this. Y'all gonna like this. And you ain't gonna believe that I've had time to actually do this, right? So is it calls or puts, Bob? You putting this on the call side or the put side? These are puts. So just type in put. I'll change it to where it'll be. It'll give you a 10. You know, calls, puts, or both. All right, what strategy is this? All right, I got you all kinds of strategies built in there. This is just a 1, 1, 2. That's all it is. 1, 1, 2. How many days to expiration? Well, if I put it in yesterday and today, those are 58 days. So it was 59 yesterday. So we did that at 59 days to expiration. We entered it on the year of our Lord, 3/22/22. So we're 1 day in the trade. What price did we get for that? It's a dang good question. Let's see if I can go to my account statement. Let's look up my MES. Oh, come on, Bob. MES. All right, so this was, what the crap was that? To open that, there's a debit spread. What the devil was that? 75. Hold on. No. Trade history, 3 orders, 3 fields. Oh, I got it. I did not.
1, 1, 2.
Yeah, and I forgot like a dumb idiot, right? Man, I was like, I did it as 1, 1, 1 and forgot to, so I had to do it in 2 different orders. Everybody see how Papa all messed up? But the good thing is I got a little extra credit by doing it separately. So how in the name of the Lord are we gonna figure this out? All right, so if I did it for, y'all help me figure this. It's easier if you do it just in 1 order and you got to calculator. Here we go. All right, so if I did a 975 debit, so that was money gone from me, right? That's out. And then I did a 1275 in as a credit. So we'll go plus 12.75 plus another credit of 12 plus 12. That means I did this entire trade for a credit of 15. All right. So I got it set here that if you put in the price of that spread, it should say, hey, how much you got? So I collected $69.12. Now you go, Bobby, what if my commission schedule is different from yours? Then you roll over here to variables, and it's picking up my commissions from 6/16/20 of this MES of 147. Now, when I say commissions, that's actually commissions and exchange fees and everything, right? So I pay $1.47. So you would change that on your C20 if you're trading the micro, whatever your commission schedule is for one option. All right, questions. So we'll go back to my micros. All right, so everything's good there. And, I've got, when to take it at 30, 40, 50, blah, blah, blah. Now, what we found out yesterday, and again, are we going to stick with this? No, I kind of like what we were doing a long time ago. I mean, we'd sell a put and then we take one off, the most profitable. Remember all those days? So this 1-1-1 trade kind of replaces that because I like it because it's got the put debit spread kicker on it, kind of got its built-in hedge. So it's basically doing the same thing. It's just got a little hedge on it, which is kind of cool. All right. So then we got our little trade in there, right? So we know we're going to start closing these things when they get to 65% profit. thereabouts. Unless you're doing it for a hedge, then you take off this 35.40 when it's 50% profit and leave on your hedge. But if you just want to say, hey, I'm going to use this for an income trade, we kind of found out that maybe 65% profit is the little sweet spot of taking them off. You don't have to follow that. Do whatever you like. All right. So now here's the cool thing. Now we got our net lick in here, right? Now we can focus on our Greeks and ratio, our Greeks and all of our numbers that we hadn't done in a long, long time. So this is kind of cool, right? So we'll do this. Uh-oh, don't do that. No. Yeah, leave that alone. That should bring in today's net lick. And then we're going to put in our thetas and our vegas. And we'll go back to some really, really cool stuff. So it's got our net lick on there, got all this good stuff. So what you do then is you bring in your SPY weighted deltas. What's this? Kind of missed doing this. We ain't done this for a long time. And I hadn't showed it in a long time. So what you do is you go, okay, well, what's my deltas? Well, my deltas are negative 67.63. Make sure you're SPY weighted, right? So you can compare apples to apples. So negative 67.64, which is in line with what my assumption is that we're going to do. We're in a bearish market. So negative 6726, let's put that in, negative 6726. And it automatically calculates your SPX delta, if that's important to you. All right, what's our theta? We want our theta positive, right? So our theta is negative 107.38. Now, why is our theta negative? Everybody should know the answer to this. It's the reason because Big Daddy bought 5 long puts, which gives me extraordinarily amount of negative theta, which we don't care as if market goes down, we overcome that effect. But nonetheless, we do have negative theta. So at some point, I need to buy those 3 to get my theta back up in the positive. All right, so our theta is negative 107.39. Let's put that in, 107.39. And our vega is 398.80. When you got those long options, it is positive. Yeah. And then it calculates, is your theta right? Well, and here's the cool thing on this thing. I've got all these little things up at the top that tells you what your theta should be. Who said what your theta should be? These are my guidelines that I have got from maybe Tasty Trade or maybe Option Alpha or some things that I've come up with myself. So you'll see these little red box and I go, okay, if my theta, come on, show it, is between, come on, 0.1% and 1%, that's where the sweet spot is. So I'm not there because I got negative theta. All right, and then I've got all these little ratios on here. You see these ratios. Don't worry too much about them. What we do worry about, we see buying power used, how much buying power we're using. We're using nothing at all, right? 111.75. So put that in. 111.75. So we are using 1% buying power. Isn't that cool? And then we got a couple of things. It tells you if the VIX is between blah, 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 and blah, 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 you know, you need to use between this much buying power. So just kind of look at, and we'll go over those in the coming days. I don't want to hold you too long today. I just want you to see what we do. And then we've got some suggested adjustments, right? Telling you, do you need to adjust your stuff or are you fine? Your deltas. And this tells me that I do not need to, this is the one I go by. I look at these, no adjustment, but it automatically calculates your adjustment, right? So yeah, no adjustment, Bob, you're fine. Your deltas are just fine. You're going to survive, you know, the biggest of calamities probably. All right, now here's the cool little part here. It's the weekly premium thing. Y'all remember all this? We ain't seen this in a long time, y'all. This was back in the fun days. All right, so let's see, how is that? 324, 320. That should not show anything now. Oh, I know why. It's got my ES trade on there. Let me take this out. that out. That out. That should show nothing. Right? Now let's go back here. So I'll show this and then we'll explain it over the coming days. So basically it shows your current net leg. Then we say, hey, what's our desired yearly return? So if you want to make 50% return, you know, and be, you know, some semblance of reasonableness here. I'm going to put 200% there. Let's say you want to try to shoot for a 50% annual return. That would be a profit of $50,000 on a $101,000 account. How much is your expected theta retention? Well, Tasty Trade says you're going to keep 25%. So if you keep 25% of the premium that you sell, in order for you to do a 50% return, I'm going to have to sell $203,000 of premium over the next 52 weeks in order to make a 50% return over the next 52 weeks. So that says monthly, here's the amount of premium that I have to sell. Here's the amount of weekly premium I have to sell. Here's the amount of daily premium I have to sell. And then it says, hey, baby, on Monday, if you're going to keep all this up, you better sell $788 worth of premium, $1,500, $2,300, $3,100, $39 by Friday. So it says, hey, am I done for the day? It says, well, heck to the no, Bob. You are not done, friend. You are not done. Now, am I going to put any premium that I sell in the Black Swan hedge into this? No, this is my income stuff, right? So if I'm going to shoot for 100% or 50% return, I got some premium to sell. So it would appear that, hey, the micros may be a little small for a $100,000 account, right? Because just doing one of them, I got $69 of premium. Hey, Bob, you're supposed to be doing $788 of premium a day to keep up with the Joneses, so to speak. Now, keep in mind what happens if I say, okay, let's be more reasonable. Let's say we're going to go for 30% this year, right? 30%, then everything is adjusted downward. So now I've only got to sell a yearly premium of $122,000 over the next year, $473 of premium a day. How do I do that? Probably still going to have to go to the e-minis in this account. Question. Yeah. Hey, Matt, I can email it to you, send me an email or I'll put it in our resources thing. And I'm going to have to, I'm going to have to do some different things to it, but I don't want to go over too much of it. But in this code, this is the code, and we just hadn't used this in a while. And I kind of like it now that volatility is really high, that, premium selling seems to be something that we need to do, and there need to be theta collectors. All right, so I'll post this today. Remember, it's going to have some faults, but the cool thing is it tells you that I'm 2.92% for the week. I got some premium selling to do. I'm not going to do it now because I got to go lay down again. Because I feel like I'm going to go, all right, good session today. Y'all all, did you post the news for Sweet? No, I need to do some updates on sweetbobby.com, but I will. I will do that for you. But today, I promise you that I will have it in our Discord room. Okay? All right, guys. Y'all have a great rest of your day. I'm going to go relax my legs, and I will see y'all tomorrow.